Now we have the volume of the rib cage. I see the rib cage is turning like this, right? So if I have the head here like this, right? Head just behind the jaw, here the neck just behind the jaw, see that? Here, and the other side of the neck here is just shy of the shin here, of the chin, sorry. Now this is the sternocleidomastoid muscle, the jugular fossa, right? And that is kind of line up with the middle of the width of the head, so about here, right? I'm going to eyeball the length of the neck and eyeball that here like this. So now I have the sternum going down at an angle like this, and I block in the volume for the rib cage. Again, we don't want to be too obsessed with precision now, right? About the precision that we need is to align these volume properly and have them in the right proportional relationship. But we don't need to worry about the exactitude of the profile, the detail of the nose and whatnot, right? Now, here we have now the pelvis, which is directed the other way, right? So before I'm now kind of eyeballing the whole thing, right? And now we see the pelvis goes down this way, like this actually kind of horizontal, see that here? And now I'm blocking the pelvis. Now, the pelvis, I see that it's like its angle. It's at an angle like that, right? Here. Now what I want to do is I want to see if I have this volume, the axial, the volume of the axial skeleton of the right proportion, right? So let's see. I'm going to check out with the head, right? From the head to the chin, right? So remember, when we do this in studio, of course, we don't have a photograph, right? We cannot put the pencil on the model, right? We're going to measure the distance, but that's what we do. Imagine the model is like 10 or 15 feet away. Measure the head, right? Like this, and then bring it down, and you see, okay, what is the, oh, it's just at the nipple, right? See that? One head down at the nipple. All right. What is the other head? It's kind of just kind of the navel, more or less, right? Here like this, makes sense? And the other one is cutting in the middle of the genitals, right? So that's what we do. Same thing, but now we do it on contact. So from here to here, down to the nipple, right? And here to here, the navel, and the fourth cuts in the middle of the genitals. All right. So 1, 2 nipples, right? 3 navel, 4 middle of the genitals. Okay, so it's decent, right? The way I block it, the genitals are gonna be here. Now I want to create this change of angle, see that, between the rib cage and the pelvis, right? So where is this change of angle? See that it's toward the end of the rib cage. So I eyeball the rib cage in here. I trust my instinct, or we can even measure it, right? But we can see how the end of the rib cage is just a little bit higher than the navel. So let's eyeball that. That's the navel, right? We measure the navel. It's here, like this, right? So now I'm looking at the change of angle of that. It's a little bit higher than the under rib cage. It's here. So now from here, I have that change of angle. Now what I want to do is I have this interesting axis that helps me, right? This line in here continually helped me because it captured the pose, it captured the connection between the rib cage and the pelvis, right? Then what we do, we can see the alignment now, right? So where is, for example, oh, this is kind of straight, relatively straight. That's good, right? And I bring this up, right? Because I want to see if I have the right width for this, right? It's right here, right? Here like this, right? I could be a little bit more on the side, or, you know, I could move the face to the left a little bit, which is easier, right? Now here, all right. It's a little bit more space. Okay, I'll leave it like that. Now I line it in more accurately, right? So now you see how as we proceed, we are going to increase the precision of measurement, right? Now, what is this, right? Up the back of the head. All right, here. Back of the head here. Probably the head's bigger, right? So here, right? So narrower. And now it goes out, right? A little bit below the navel, right there. And then we have a little bit below the navel, see that here? Actually quite below the navel, right? We have this alignment, right, of the iliac spines, like that. So now, this is the genital, so I'm looking at this U, see that here? It is, right? It's fairly shallow, right? See that? So here, I try to replicate that. And that's the inguinal ligament. Now, let's check if the pelvis is the right width, right? How do I do that? Well, this is the unknown entity. The head, the rib cage, the height, the rib cage are the known entity, especially the head. So I'm going to take this, right, and compare it to the height of the head. And, oh, it's, look, it's from taller, bigger than the head, right? So jugular fossa, from the jugular fossa to the top of the head. So jugular fossa to the top of the head. And it looks decent, right? It looks decent. So I'll leave it like that, right? Now, we have genital, we've seen they are here, right? So all of this, as you can see, is going to be subject to perfect, to change it. We can perfect this work as we proceed, right? Therefore, I don't want to be too obsessed with getting the right mark right away. I'm insisting a lot on this point because it's very, very common in my experience to see drawing where at this stage in here, people already put in the little detail of the pectoralis, the little detail of the ribs. That is all wasted time, right?